Morning guys, welcome back to day 7 of Vlogmas. It's already 10:30 in the morning, so half the morning's already gone. I'm not entirely sure what today's going to hold. I have a lot of things I need to do. I just don't know what I'm going to get round to doing. I need to start doing some planning for our trip. It's not this Friday, but next Friday we leave for our trip, which is crazy how soon it is. A lot of things are already planned, obviously, like where we're going, and taxis booked and everything to get to the airport, so that's all fine. But I want to make a checklist of things for packing because Perry's not going to be here, so I'm going to have to deal with getting me and Layla all prepped and ready to go for this trip. We're meeting him there because he's away for work. So Perry leaves on Saturday this week. And he's away for a week for work, and then we're going to meet him where we're going for our trip, so very excited. Layla doesn't know about this trip yet, so I'm going to surprise her the night before we go, so getting her to go to bed is going to be an interesting experience. Once I've told her, she's going to be too excited to go to bed, I think, but it should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. With this whole like Omicron variant and all of this stuff, it's been a bit we weren't sure if we'd still be able to go, if that was going to throw a spanner in the works, but it seems like all the precautions and all the additional checks and stuff that are in place, I don't mind. I'm glad they're putting all these extra checks and stuff in place. I'm like, whatever you need to do to keep people safe, I think is fine. So I'm not complaining about it, but it was more a case of, is it going to get to a point where it's so restrictive or basically impossible for us to go on this trip? But no, thankfully it seems like we can still go, so that's all very exciting. And yeah, I want to at some point sit down and just write a checklist, so like for packing, so I don't forget anything on the day, because that's just my worst nightmare. Because I'm going to be on my own next week and I just don't want to forget anything, and yeah, so that's something I want to do this week. And because we're going away, it's all getting very complicated, we don't actually get back until Christmas Eve. I don't think I've ever actually explained any of this. So we don't actually get back till Christmas Eve, and because Layla and I are flying separately to Perry, our flights back are different as well. So we get back on Christmas Eve, and my parents are going to pick us up from the airport, and we're going to go straight to their house because we're spending Christmas with my family this year. But then Perry gets back the same day, but he's coming back here because he needs to pick up the car, because otherwise we have no way of getting home after Christmas. So he's going to come pick up the car and all the Christmas presents and stuff from home to bring them up to my parents' house later that same day. And we have someone who's going to be looking after the cats while we're gone, so that's not an issue at all. So I also need to get all the Christmas presents and everything sorted out well before we go on this trip, as well. Like I said, it's all very complicated. It's not actually that complicated, it's just, it seems like a lot in my head more than anything else. Yeah, so I need to get all the Christmas presents sorted, wrapped up, packed away in bags, like but in the little room near the front door. We call that room the den. It's just an undetermined room at the moment. It's the one I showed you yesterday when Derek was sleeping, in there, so it's just easy for Perry when he gets back to like grab things, know he's got everything, and then head up to my parents. So that's all stuff I have to get done next week. I think there's one last bit coming for Layla's present from us. So this trip is actually kind of like our family present for all of us. Like, it's our main present to Layla, and kind of like Perry and I, like, we do our gifts. It's all basically, Perry and I aren't buying separate gifts for each other. We're not buying a big present for Layla this Christmas. So this is kind of, this trip is our present. But we are getting Layla a couple of things, so she has something to open under the tree from Mummy and Daddy as well. But it's a couple of small things. And then obviously she has her Santa present as well. So yeah. And she's gonna get absolutely spoiled by my family, so there's no issues, no shortage of gifts at all. I need to get stockings finished up, and I think I need to finalize presents for my family. I need to speak to them about that. Sorry, I'm just like going through my mental checklist of things I need to do, and I have a running checklist on my phone. So I did start bullet journaling this year in October, but when Layla got COVID and ended up being at home, I kind of stopped using it, and I just haven't gone back to it. I plan to start again in the new year with a new bullet journal for January, but yeah, it just didn't, I just never got around to setting one up for December, and I barely used it in November because Layla got ill. Right, I say she got ill, she wasn't noticeably sick, she was just, anyway, you know what I mean. So I have like a long running list of stuff to do on, you can't see, on my phone that I need to update and check. There's so many things I wanted to do that I'm just like, that's just going to be pushed to January now. It's been so long since I last sent out a newsletter, not going to get around to it. So long since I've done so many different things that I wanted to do. If you don't know, I also have a second YouTube channel where I post about my like art stuff, and I haven't touched my paints or anything in like a month. Literally since Layla got sick, everything kind of went on pause, and then I started to feel a bit unwell for a while. Now I'm better, but I've got these like really intense headaches that seem to be coming out of nowhere. So like I said before, I'm getting a blood test done later this week to make sure like my iron's okay and stuff like that. It might be because I'm anemic, I don't know. I have had issues with my iron in the past, nothing major, just like there've been some times when my iron's been a bit low, and so it could also affect other things. I'm actually waiting for a call from my doctor this morning to talk about that, so I might also need to get my blood pressure checked, but I did get that checked recently and it was fine, so I doubt it's that. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. I'm gonna sit down and edit the last 2 days worth of vlogs because I never got around to editing Saturday's vlog yesterday, so I'm gonna get that done, so you guys will have 2 vlogs today, so that'll be exciting. And then what else? I don't know, guess we'll see where we get to today. That's like 7 minutes of rambling now. Alright, I'm gonna leave you to it and crack on. Alright, hey guys. So, I've decided today's vlog is going to be a bit of a knitty catch-up video since I didn't do a podcast last month, and there won't be another podcast this month either, so I thought I'd do a bit of a little catch-up on what I've been knitting since the last time I podcasted. So, first things first, I have this pair of socks, which is going into the gift bag of socks that my mum is going to be taking to Iran. And now, one second, I have the camera on a tripod, on a small tripod, precariously balanced on my laptop. But I just wanted to tell you the dyer for this yarn is Knit and Pearl yarns, and the colorway is Lavender Speckles, and it's just a really lovely soft colorway. And she sent me a few skeins of yarn just to try out and like try out her yarn. I guess she's new to dyeing and stuff, and so yeah, I thought it was really lovely. It was really soft, really nice to knit with, and can highly recommend. I think she's based out of the UK, and if I remember I will link her shop below. If not, I'm sure you can just Google search Knit and Pearl, and Pearl is P-E-A-R-L, like the stone rather than the knitting stitch. Knit and Pearl yarns, and I think that's her handle on Instagram as well. So that's that one. Other socks I've knit, I finished these ones which I showed you, and this is just a waffle knit sort of texture. It's like a knit pearl texture. I think it's similar to like the blueberry waffle. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same as the blueberry waffle pattern, but it's similar to that. And this is out of Cat Sandwich Fibers yarn, and it's in the cookies colorway, and like cookies as in like the Cookie Monster. So this one's also going into the gifting pile. And then the yarn for these socks, and the rest of these socks is just the socks that were in the gift pile, and the only reason I'm going to go through them and name the colorways and the dyers where I can remember them is because someone asked me on one of my recent vlogs when I showed the socks for like information about one of the colors of one of the socks, and I couldn't figure out from their description which pair of socks they were on about exactly, so I'm just gonna show them all, and hopefully if you're watching you'll get the answer you wanted. So these were knit from a rainbow sock blank by Little Bean Yarn Co. And I've had this rainbow sock blank for a while, and I finally got around to knitting it up, and it was so much fun. Highly recommend. This, I believe, was a opal or regia type of opal, I think it was, sock yarn. No idea colour numbers or anything like that. This one, I believe the dyer is Barnyard Knits. I cannot remember the colourway name. It is beautiful. This was gonna be a design, but I later changed my mind, and I need to rework it, so that's not gonna be the official design. This one, trying to see if I have it on my list. I'm not sure if I knit this sock this year or last year now, to be honest, but it was a sort of like a seconds from a yarn show where I picked it up in like the seconds bin, and it's really fun, but I can't remember the colourway name or the dyer, which is really sad and really annoying, because normally I do remember these things, but and I'm looking at my list of stuff that I've knit this year, and I don't think I knit this one this year, so I'm not sure. Sorry. This one is, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I knit this one this year. Sorry, I'm just having a quick look at my list. I don't know. Not got a clue. Maybe I didn't knit it. Maybe I didn't knit it this year, but no idea. But it's this lovely blue colour. I have no idea. Okay, this one, I think this might have been the one that they were asking about. This one is a Knit Picks Felici colourway. I think this one was called Dragon Boat. Let me just double check. Yeah, Dragon Boat by Knit Picks Felici. And then we have another one of those like opal type colorway ones, which I have no idea what it was called. And then I have this, which was actually, I showed the yarn that I used for this one in a haul video earlier this year in like June, or yeah, must have been like June-ish time, before we went to Cornwall. I showed this video. I shared this yarn. I can't remember where I got it from now or any of that details. This one is handspun. This one is Patterns Croy. This one is handspun. This one is also Knit Picks Felici. Sorry, I'm just picking up the pace now because my camera battery is flashing at me and it's about to die. So this one's Knit Picks Felici in the Rustic Cabin. I really do like how this one knits up. Other things that I have knit, I showed this one. I finished the little baby sweater for my sister-in-law. Then I knit this hat for Layla out of yarn that I spun from a mystery bat by Spin Jones. It is a little bit big, and it is probably a little bit of a looser gauge than really necessary, but she likes it, she'll wear it, and if not, I will. Oh, I have this skein of yarn that I spun up recently, which is really fun, bright pops of neon colour. It would make a really nice pair of thick socks. It's a bit more of a heavier weight of yarn than I normally would do for socks. I have this pair of hand spun socks that I finished recently. This was my first traditional 3-ply hand spun that I spun up and then knit up into socks for myself. And the other thing I finished recently was this jumper for Layla. This all needs to be blocked, but this will be her Christmas jumper or Christmas gift knit this year, along with the other stripy jumper that I'm knitting her, which I showed recently, but still haven't made any more progress on that. I need to wind up the other skein of grey yarn. Okay, so yeah, that's a little catch up on everything I've been knitting recently. Just looking through my bags, I don't think, oh, and then I do have that sock project that I found upstairs in the attic the other day, which I need to get back to. I'll probably work on this a little bit today as well. And this is out of Stranded Dye Works yarn in the Metalsome colourway, and I'll probably knit these up for my brother, so we'll see how that goes. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this bit. I don't know what I'll film later. I'll probably film a couple of clips later, but my camera battery's dying, so probably won't be filming anything else until I go to pick up Layla, or after I've picked up Layla. So I will see you guys later today.
jobs she wants to do on which day of the week.
Oh, okay, so you're going to do different jobs each day?
Yeah, so mummy days are, when she's a mummy, those are days off.
Okay.
Those are relaxing days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're in for a surprise. Alright,
Yeah.
go on.
What else did you want to do?
I want to be a doctor.
Okay.
I want to be a shop. I want to be working at a shop.
Okay.
And I'll be a firefighter.
Firefighter? Wow. What else do you want to be?
That was it.
Oh, is that it?
I wanted 4.
Oh, okay, so you got...
Mummy, Daddy said 4 or 3. I mean, 4 or 3.
I say you could do a few jobs.
Okay.
Didn't I? And you asked me how many is a few, and I said, well, it's like 3 or 4.
Wow, I thought you wanted to also be... I also thought you wanted to be an artist.
Yeah, I want to be an artist as well.
Yeah, well, she was saying that she'd be an artist at a shop. She'd have an
Oh,
art
okay.
So wait, I wasn't saying that.
shop. Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
I didn't.
Okay.
You didn't say that.
Okay.
Interesting outlook, though.
So you want to be a mummy, a doctor, work in a shop, a firefighter, and an artist. Surprised you don't want to be a chef as well.
I want to be a chef.
A chef too?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so many things.
I want to be all the things.
That's fine, you could be all the things. Right, you enjoying that cupcake? Hey guys, so bedtime is over. Finally. My head is really starting to hurt now, which is fun times. I wanted to quickly first of all say thank you so much to all the lovely comments on my day 4 vlog, the Santa Chats video. Some really good suggestions there for how to deal with the whole Santa situation with little ones. Some of the things are things that we've already been doing, other things were new ideas to me, so that was interesting to hear about how you guys all deal with that. So yeah, thank you so much for that. We may have another Santa chat kind of video a little bit later, maybe later this week. I'm still waiting on a couple of things to come in for presents for Layla, and then I think I'm going to have a day where I sit down and wrap all of her gifts and some other little bit, and like stocking stuffers and stuff like that. So we may have another little chat around then, but we'll see. Then what else? Yeah, it's just been a pretty relaxed afternoon. We did her reading practice and stuff. She had her dinner and all that. All the usual after school shenanigans, as it were. I'm waiting for Perry to finish a work call to then find out if he's working tonight or if he's gonna actually have an evening off with me. It's a bit hit and miss at the moment. The last couple of weeks and this week in the run up to his trip, he's just super busy. He's just rushed off his feet. There's so much to do before he goes away, and like he's going for like a specific reason. Obviously this trip isn't just for fun. So they have lots of meetings and stuff planned for next week, and there's lots of prep and meetings ahead of those meetings. Honestly, I feel like his job is just meetings after meetings. So all he seems to be doing is be on meetings, but I guess that's what it's like sometimes. I don't fully understand exactly what he does either, so don't even bother asking. I wouldn't be able to tell you even if I did know. But anyway, all that aside, he's very busy this week, and yeah, so just waiting for him to finish his call to find out what we're doing the rest of tonight. And then I've brought those socks down that I found in the attic to work on a bit more, and I still haven't like cleared enough space upstairs in the attic to wind this yarn on my ball winder and Swift, so I may end up just hand winding this tonight while we're watching TV, so we'll see about that. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna end it here for today. Again, probably not the most exciting vlog, but that's how it goes. My life's not all that exciting now that Layla's in school, especially during the week. Like, there's not a huge amount that goes on at the moment. However, having said that, I think, and I need to confirm with him, but I think my brother's coming around tomorrow, and he's going to be staying the night and then leaving on Wednesday. But yeah, that's it for today. I also think I might, if I don't get around to it tomorrow, I'll probably do it later in the week, is I've had some questions come up or some comments come up that I have addressed. I've been trying to reply to comments, been a bit slow at it, but I do go back and check all the comments and reply to people who've left comments, especially if you've asked the question. But I might do a Q&A sort of video later this week or next week maybe, we'll see. I'll probably post on Instagram. I'm just at Knitting Expat on Instagram as well, if you don't know that. I might do like a Q&A video to just answer any questions you guys might have, and if you do have any questions, do leave them below in the comment section of this video, and then I'll know, I'll come back and I'll check it. So if you're not on Instagram but you want to ask a question, feel free to pop it down here and I will be sure to answer those in that video. All right, thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.